My name is John Hawkins. I come from a company called Icon Solutions. We specialize in the financial services sector, and we also specialize in IBM's PureApplication system. We have created a so-called pattern of expertise for IBM's financial transaction manager, which works on the PureApplication system, and we'll show you that now. This is just one example of one of the many complex topologies that we see. Customers often come to us with the same sort of problem statements. One of the key problem statements that customers come to us with is that it's taking them too long to create development and test environments. What we find that a lot of customers do is that they end up having to create these extremely complex environments once and once only. So they may create 3 or 4 of those instances and keep them as long-lived solution environments. At that point, once you've got a long-lived topology, you're in the process of maintaining those topologies. And whenever you create a number of topologies and have to maintain them and keep them in sync, they're finding that they're having problems keeping them in synchronization, and they're never too sure whether one test system, for instance, is the same as another test system. Now, those sort of errors continue up the chain. So they're not too sure at times whether the development environment is identical to the test environment, is identical to the production environment. And when you've got differences in environments between test and production, then that can lead to errors that cost you a lot of money because they're not found until further down the line. And of course, one of the consequences of having to maintain those complex, intricate environments is that they're spending too much quality IT resource and budget on these low-level routine tasks. PureApplication system can help with this problem statement. It transforms the way that you provision systems, and it speeds up application deployment and thus reduces IT costs. It does this using these so-called patterns of expertise. These patterns lock in the knowledge of installing and configuring not only individual products, but entire solutions. And once you've modeled your system using those patterns of expertise, you're able to deploy new instances of very, very complex solutions in minutes. So a brief overview of FTM. It's used to process, monitor, track and report on financial payments and transactions. It delivers consistent processing, is able to handle many different types of payments. And of course, it accelerates the delivery of those improved financial products and services to your customers. What the demonstration will show you is our payments pattern of expertise, which includes the FTM component that we've created. The FTM component that we've created encapsulates those industry-leading standards and best practices, and it helps to revolutionize the way that we deploy payment solutions in the future. We will show how this pattern deploys within a typical banking application. We will use FTM as the payments processing engine, and we're able to deploy quite a complex solution in a matter of minutes. This is the actual model as a user of PureApplication system would see it of the 3-tier banking application we're about to deploy. You can see Financial Transaction Manager on the top right-hand side there, and you can see how some very complex environments and some very complex systems are able to be shown in an extremely simple way, and thus helping you manage your solutions as they go through their life cycle. This is the PureApplication system console showing that pattern of expertise. And what we'll do now, we'll just deploy a new instance of that pattern. Once we've modeled our system, What we're able to do at that point is produce new instances of that model. And of course, because they're all produced from exactly the same model, we're guaranteed that the instances are absolutely identical as we go through the product life cycle, from dev to test to production. Let's have a look at that deployed instance of Icon Bank and then go and see the FTM transactions passing through it. Now that the customer has made their transaction, as an administrator, I can go into the Financial Transaction Manager console and search for that transaction using various criteria. What we've just seen is how PureApplication Systems has deployed a banking application which had FTM as part of it in just 7 minutes. This deployed environment included multiple VMs, each with their own operating system, networking, storage, had middleware on there, and it also had different artifacts including data inside the database. And of course, what that means is that we're able to easily, repeatedly, consistently create environments time and again. What PureApplication System gives us is the ability to deliver full development, test and production environments with just a click of a button. We can deliver those same environments over and over again, and we're guaranteed that the last was identical to the first.